I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Monday, March the 12th, where we saw a boost on Friday a lot of people may not have known about. But we'd sold nearly 115,000 head of fat cattle negotiated through the week in the 5-area feeding region up through Thursday night. We thought we were all done, but they did start selling some more cattle. I tell you what, the packers were surprised that they got cattle at steady money. Early last week it looked like it was going to be higher, but your Southern Plains guys just don't want any more money for their cattle. 126 is all they wanted. Northern Plains guys were grunting a little bit because they thought they could sure tack on a little bit, but didn't get it done because the market had already been set. But after all that trade we had, which was a big movement, 115,000 through Thursday, Friday they started selling cattle again, and Kansas getting 127, and that's a buck higher than the bulk of the trade this past week or the week before. And then Nebraska selling some more dress cattle at 205, which they sold the bulk of theirs this week at 204, which has been steady to a buck lower, but the late sales were at 205, and that's a significant boost late in the week, and we should realize some of that here going into the start of the week on the board and in your cash feeder cattle markets. But look at your box beef cutout values. They were higher again, and gosh, the packers are really loving this. They're making well over $100 a head on just about every one that goes through. But choice boxes, the average trade for last week, $223.63, and that was up $2.45. Selects for $215.86 a hundred. That's up 89 cents. And your choice select spread sitting at $7.77. Your slaughter was not quite as aggressive as the previous week, but last week they harvested 597,000 head of cattle. That was down 11,000 from the previous week, but up 2,000 from the same week a year ago. Cash feeder prices in your sales, most of your trends last week on true feeder cattle going right into the feedlot, weak to $3 lower, but your stocker cattle and calves still selling well, from steady to $5 higher on a lighter test. But that $5 higher was sure realized in a lot of your southeastern shipping markets there, where your order buyers are sending cattle out west to guys to get ready for grass. Real-time index on the Beef Market Central, based on the 800-pound feeder steer there, ended the week $1 lower, straight up $1 lower at 143.53. Look at some individual quotes. You can see where a lot of times cattle that were weighing in the upper 6s and lower 7s were bringing more money than some 8-weight cattle. And we're also late in the week saw some 8-weight cattle that are bringing more dollars per head than the 9-weight cattle. So if you see guys this week and they've got their cattle out in the alley running them up and down trying to get some of that weight off of them, they kind of know what they're doing, because these cattle are just bringing more money when they're lighter. But you look at 93 head of steers in Lexington, Nebraska on Friday. 816 pounders bring 150.10. That's $1,225 per head. Right there in Lexington, same afternoon, you could get 92 more pounds of cattle on an individual steer for $5. There's 117 head of 908 pound steers bring $135.50, and that's $1,230 per head. That's your feeder flash for Monday.